Hey, what is up, you guys? It's me, Sahil again. Sahil Regmi again. I mean, if you care about what my last name is, I guess, right? But, so, again, sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I think it's been 2 weeks, I don't know. But, if you guys don't know, I'm not the most creative person in the world, so I guess that sort of kind of contradicts with the whole YouTube thing. But, I mean, hey, when I get an idea, I like making a video about it and posting it and, just letting people know, what I'm thinking and whatnot. It's the whole point of social media, right? So, yeah, I've been in a creative slump lately, not knowing really what to do. So I just thought of another idea right now. In this video, we're going to be looking at people just doing good deeds around the world and generally just being a good person. And the inspiration for this came when, I thought I was in at least a mature debate with somebody on Instagram about, an issue. I'm not gonna mention anything, what the issue was, what side I took, what side they took, whatever. But the amount of stuff that was coming out of this person's mouth on Instagram just shocked me, and I'm like, how can you think about people that way? How can you have such a disrespectful opinion about people like that? Really? Come on. So, because of that, I was like, you know what? There's plenty of hate in this world, unfortunately. So, let's take a step back and let's actually look at some of the good people in this world and stuff that they've done, just to appreciate humanity as a whole and realize that, yeah, it's depressing every once in a while, the things we see on the news in the world. Well, unfortunately for me, what I've been learning in history class, and it isn't stuff that happened in 1776. This is stuff that happened in 2003, 2004. So it wasn't, in the grand scheme of things, it really was not that long ago. So in the midst of all this hate, arguing, this not getting along, let's just take a step back and just look at the brighter side of humanity. So with that being said, let's just get started. Okay, so this first one here is let's see, the poorest president in the world. President of Uruguay, Jose Mujica? I don't know. My geography is not the greatest. Do they speak Spanish down there? Because if they do, then that would be Mujica. It's J with the jalapeno, I think. I don't know. I really haven't learned how to speak Spanish during Spanish 3 at my school, but Jose Mujica, I guess, donates 90% of his $12,500 salary. So maybe by Uruguay standards, that's quite a lot. I don't know how poor Uruguay is. Again, my geography is not the greatest, but I guess by Uruguay standards, that must be great since he's president. I don't know. But anyway, the fact that he donates 90% of his $12,500 salary to charity, and the president of an entire country, so other than celebrities, one of the richest people of the country, and he donates 90% of it. I would love to see more celebrities here. I can't remember the last time I heard somebody rich and famous, or just somebody rich, donate that much money to charity and only kept a minimum amount. Now, of course, if you don't make a lot of money and you need it to survive yourself, then of course, you gotta think about yourself first. But instead of people who make billions of dollars, if they would just donate just a little bit to help somebody who doesn't eat every day, that'd be so much better. And that person who doesn't get to eat every day, they're not gonna use that money on an iPhone. They need to eat. It's just an example. Some people, they can probably eat, they don't have clothes or whatever. But the point is, if they can just get a little financial help, they're gonna spend that money to buy stuff that they need, not an iPhone or a new car. They want clothes, they want food. So, I wanted to talk about something that, of course, if you know me at school, you probably know this, but, one of my teachers, she does this thing where she, it's sort of like adopting a family, and, that means, she wants to take responsibility in order to provide them with gifts. And the point I'm trying to make is the kids of these families that we've adopted, who really can't afford nice gifts for their children, the children ask for stuff like socks, or they'll ask for books, or they'll ask for an action figure. And that just touches me right to the heart, knowing I'm so fortunate enough to be able to have this laptop right here to make this video for you guys. And the families that she adopts, the kids want socks and a shirt and books and just an action figure. And just imagine if some guy who makes $1 billion every second, I'm exaggerating, but a guy who makes $1 billion every second just donates just $1,000. There's more than one rich person in this country. So if those people just donate each $1,000, that's gonna accumulate. That money's gonna accumulate, and we can really help people that actually need help. Now, unfortunately, yes, there are people who will abuse the system, so we gotta think of a way to make sure they're actually looking to work and not just sucking money out of the system that's designed to help people who actually need help. But yeah, like that President Jose Mujica, I think. You know, people need to be like him. I don't know if the current president now is also doing this, but for the U.S. But he said I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm not confidently admitting this, but he said he wasn't gonna take the $400,000 salary, and he was only gonna take $1 out of his yearly $400,000 salary. And I haven't been keeping up with politics, but if he did stick to that promise, then, you know, good. That money can be used for other things. Now, that's not going to really make a dent into our debt right now, but that money could be spent somewhere else, somewhere that actually needs it, rather than just spending it on a vacation or whatever. But yeah, I guess the theme of this first one is if you're rich and powerful, give some of your money away, you know, like a good amount where it's not gonna make a huge dent in your wealth. So like if you have $1 billion every year because you own a multi-billion-dollar business, give $1,000 every year. Like, you're really gonna cry over $1,000 when you're making billions every year? Like, come on. Like, people, normal, average, everyday people are still donating some amount of money every month. A billionaire can donate $1,000 each year if that's a regular income that they're getting. Okay, so this next one here. Let's see. An 8-year-old girl with leukemia has been given less than 2 weeks to live. One of her last wishes was to see Christmas carolers. This is the turnout. Now, I might just think this is a little extra special just because I like kids. Like, I mean, I like working with kids. I've been volunteering at this one place for their summer day camp for, I think this is 4 summers now. I've applied for a job there, so hopefully they give me a job. But anyway, besides the point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really just touched by this. I mean, look, and it goes on all the way down here. Like, see that? Can't zoom apparently, but there are people all the way down here too. Like, it doesn't just end like in this area, all the way down there. Like, how many of these people do you think knows this 8-year-old girl? Probably a vast minority. The majority of those probably have no idea who this girl is, but out of the kindness of their heart, and probably motivated by the fact that it's Christmas, but anyway, Christmas is generally a happy time, but out of the kindness of their hearts and to keep up with the Christmas spirit, they came by to sing Christmas carols to her. I mean, come on, the poor girl may die in the next 2 weeks, or whenever this happened. The girl may only live for 2 weeks, so imagine how happy she was if, unfortunately, she did pass away. Hopefully not. But imagine how happy she was at this moment right here, looking at all those people, wondering, well, there's mom and dad and maybe brother and sister out front, but all those people back there, that must have been the best part of Christmas for her. All these people right there. And since her dying wish was to see this, I don't think any present she could have received made up for this. Because, like, presents are nice, of course. I mean, I got a guitar for Christmas. I mean, of course I was happy for that. You know, the actual joy in life, I feel like, I mean, everyone can have their hobbies and whatnot. I like playing guitar, my sister likes playing guitar, but my dad was an athlete. He played soccer, basketball back when he was in college, so, I mean, that was his thing, which is fine, but the joy of life should come from sharing it with other people, I believe. Like, life should be made up, like, aside from actually living and, like, your health, I feel like the 2 most important things in life are your friends and family. And then the 3rd most important thing is just the community that you're surrounded by. So the happiness that you're supposed to find from life should be relationships and interactions with other people, I feel like. Because your phone's not a person. Your phone can't think. It's programmed to do whatever you tell it to do. Now, in the real world, people are going to obviously have a problem with that because they're not going to do what you tell them to do because you're not their boss, obviously. So, you know, that'll obviously be a problem. But the joys of life, I feel like, should come from people, not things. Which is what I was saying. Any amount of presents that she could have gotten while she was in the hospital battling leukemia, I don't think those presents gave her as much joy as seeing all those Christmas carolers, because that was her wish. Her wish wasn't to get a car. Well, she's 8 years old, but her wish wasn't to get like a new doll or a new scooter or whatever, probably not a scooter because it probably doesn't have the strength, but you know, her wish wasn't to get some tangible thing. Her wish was to see people, a gathering of people singing songs and spreading joy. Those people are truly happy, who seek happiness from other people. And there's plenty of rich people who know their happiness isn't coming from money. Their happiness is coming from their family, their friends, and their community. And like, that is why I know I want to be a teacher. I'm sure I've said that in my other videos, but that is why I know as a teacher, I'll be okay, because I know where to seek my true happiness, and it won't be in anything tangible. Okay, so this next one here, let's see, this is Dan. Every Wednesday and Thursday, he buys coffee for every patient and member of staff at the cancer center which treated his father. Okay, so there are two things right now that makes this even extra special, I think. So first of all, he buys coffee for the patients when they had nothing to do with his father getting better. He just wants to help the patients feel a little better because, you know, they have cancer, so they already have it, you know, bad enough. So it's just a good way to be nice to people who are already suffering through cancer. And, you know, like I said, they had nothing to do with his father being treated. And the people at the cancer center, like, you know, that's just their job. Like, a patient checks in, the patient has cancer, it's their job to try to treat it if they can. If not, I mean, unfortunately, because there's no like cure to cancer, there's just treatments that maybe can eliminate it. The point is, it's their job to treat the father, like his father. So, you know, they were just doing their job. But in Dan's eyes, he saw it as, you just saved my dad. And he knows that there's no way that you can pay someone back for saving a life, like, because there's nothing more valuable than life. So the least he can do, at least in his eyes, is at least buy coffee for the people there, because he was able to save a life of, because they were able to save a life of someone who was very important to him, even though they weren't doing it to be nice. Technically, they were just doing it for their job. So, just a random act of kindness. Stuff like this needs to, you know, go around. Food! Everybody loves food! Anyway, I don't know, that was weird. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, let's see. He who is hungry and can't pay for a hot dog can have one for free. So see, this is what I mean, what I was, when I said earlier, like, if you are making plenty of money that, like, you can afford to give some away without making a huge dent in your wealth, then you should be doing that. Somebody who owns a multi-million-dollar business, like, I don't know, Coca-Cola, for instance, and I'm sure they do. I'm not saying all businesses don't, and they're all selfish and they just keep it all. Like, I'm sure there's businesses out there that do. I just can't name any because I haven't done my research on that, but I'm sure there are. But the point is, like, they should be doing that. It's just a good way to be nice, because there are people who actually need that. There are homeless vets out there. So, like, if you don't want to help just a random homeless person, think of it like this. Somebody who risked their life, willing to die to protect this country, homeless out on the street. How is that okay? It's not. So stuff like this right here is what they really need help with. And a little more than just one hot dog for free, but, you know, stuff like this really goes a long way. And this business, obviously, is probably generating a good amount of money. Actually, it looks like a gas station. If you can see, like, back here, I don't know. Yeah, it actually looks like a gas station. This gas station's probably doing pretty well, and they're, you know, going through whatever business calculations is, I don't know. They're probably like, huh, we can afford to give a hot dog away, one hot dog toward people who can't afford. Yeah, that's not gonna hurt our profits. And too bad, we'll still be making enough money. And do you know how appreciative people who can't afford not even a hot dog, do you know how appreciative they probably were? I can't begin to imagine. It's probably equivalent to well, I can't talk. It's probably equivalent to me being appreciative of, I don't know, a college education or something, or like my guitar, for example. A hot dog and a guitar, just something to think about. And how there's the same level of appreciation for a hot dog as there is for a guitar based on the situation. Just something to say. Now, I know I'm sounding socialist here. I'm not saying it should be forced, government mandated, and you need to start debating this in Congress. So, you know, you can go on and on and on and find pictures constantly of people doing nice things, but, you know, I don't want to make this video too long, and editing is such a hassle. I don't know if anybody else who watches this video, if you're a YouTuber, but if you are, then you probably also know how much of a hassle editing is. So, like I said, you know, you can go on and constantly find pictures, but, I think I'll just end it right here. I think I've given... I think the message has been received for you guys, hopefully. I think I've made my point, like, put my point across. So yeah, nothing more really to say. Just spread the kindness. You don't even have to, like, there was one quote I saw where it said, like, kind words are great, kind actions are greater, and I'm like, I mean, they're both pretty great. I mean, words can be pretty powerful, so I mean, I feel like you don't have to constantly be doing kind actions. Just, you know, say someone looks nice, or talk with somebody if they're just sitting by themselves, or, you know, go help them out if they look like they're struggling something, and then there you'll be doing an act of kindness instead of just saying kind words. I just feel like anything you can do just to make someone else's day better should be good. I'm gonna sign off, I guess is the proper term. I don't know. Still don't know to this day, but I'm gonna sign off on the note that of spreading kindness to people. And also, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're inspired just a little bit, or a lot of bit, or a medium a bit, I don't know, but hopefully you're done watching this video and you're feeling something positive versus what you felt as before you started watching. So that was you know, my intention here. So yeah, that's it for now, you guys. So like if you want, comment, you know, whatever, you got the freedom, do what you want. You can spread the word to people, let them know I have a channel, come visit this channel, see if they'll like it. And if you haven't subscribed, you know, you can subscribe as well if you want, you know, do what you gotta do. I really appreciate the support right now. If you guys have any video ideas that maybe you'd like to see, and it's something that I'm capable to do and it's within my abilities to do so, and I'm not doing anything dangerous, obviously, then I'll see if I can get that done. Again, just let me know in the comments, and yeah. That's all I got to say. See you guys later in the next video.